Alright, this is gonna be a recording of a no-death run of Contra for the NES. I recorded this while under the effects of some horrific flu-like illness. I still don't know what was wrong with me. I'm actually still getting over it. Thought it was food poisoning at one point. It wasn't COVID. I passed 2 COVID tests. Whatever it was, it sucked. I was wrapped up in, like, I think 2 blankets, in sweats, in 85-degree weather while I filmed this. I was absolutely freezing. I had muscle aches, my head was killing me, and I was bored. And a few days before this, I had looked and just for some reason had looked up Let's Plays of Contra. And I had seen, some people have done no death runs to this game before, and I was thinking, how could I do this differently than everybody else? Why don't I do it while I feel like I'm going to die? So that's what I did. Now you're going to see me grab the spread gun here. A whole bunch of people are going to tell you the spread gun is the best gun in the game. They're wrong. Why are they wrong? Because the spread gun is not the best gun in the game. Rapid fire spread is the best gun in the game. Everybody always neglects to mention the R option. What rapid fire does is it makes your bullets move a little bit quicker. And I think when you start playing this game and you're not familiar with it, you get the R option and it doesn't start shooting like, crazy ass effects everywhere. You kind of are like, what's the point of this thing? Rapid fire spread makes your bullets go to the target quicker, which kills it quicker. That's a good thing. Now I should mention something as I start level 2 here. This isn't just a no death run, or I feel like I'm going to collapse in any second run. This is also a no turbo run. I'm not using turbo at all. You don't really need it once you get rapid fire spread. I'm also going to make things a little bit interesting and make this an everything dies run, which I don't think I've ever seen anybody do on Contra, or at least they've not actually called it that. So you may wonder what that means. That means in a level like level 2 here, I have to destroy every gun turret before I can destroy the core on the wall. Makes it a little bit trickier because I can't just take out the core and move on. I have to destroy everything in the way. The exception to this is going to be the final gun turret on the top of the last core before the boss, because I don't think you can hit it. You might be able to hit it with the fire weapon, but come on now, who uses the fire weapon in this game? So yeah, we're not even going to bother with trying to take out that top turret. But that also means that in every other level I have to take out every kind of turret, every kind of sniper, scuba sniper. You'll see me take out everything as I go. Makes things a little bit more interesting. Every boss has to have every part of it destroyed before I can finish it off, which is going to make level 7 very fun, let me tell you. This guy's not really that bad. Rapid fire spread, he really can't get a shot in on me, and if he looks like he's getting close, I can just walk slightly over to the left or right. Done. Easy peasy. Alright, now for my favorite level of the game. I love this level. I love the music in it. I love how it's vertical, makes it a little bit different. You're gonna see me actually try to take out as many grunts as I can as I'm moving through here, just to kind of keep with everything dies theme. I'm not gonna hit every one, but you're gonna see me take out turrets. Caught that scuba sniper a little bit further down too. There's a bionic here. I don't necessarily need it, but I'm gonna grab it anyway. So why not? Who doesn't like to feel invincible? Another turret right here. More snipers coming up. I think I like this stage a lot too because it's pretty hectic. There's a lot of things shooting at you. The grunts start shooting at you at this point. Keeps your pulse up a bit, but it's not really that hard. But I mean, it's easy for me to sit here and tell you I don't think Contra is a super hard game. I've played Contra over like 3 decades probably. Like, I got this game back in the 80s when I was a little kid. It was one of my first NES games, and it's probably the one I go back to the most just because it's easy to pick up and play. Like, it might legit be my favorite NES game, I don't know. Alright, we're going up the mountain here. Just gotta watch for the grunts shooting at you. It's not really that difficult. Now this guy, every once in a blue moon, he'll get me with a lucky shot, because his arm doesn't always fire at the same time. Like, typically his arm fires when not long after the mouth fires there for the first time, but it didn't do it there. Either way, safe spot right here, and he is dead. Love that little victory sound. Alright, stage 4, which is a lot like stage 2. Except they do things now like put these metal plates in front of the cores to try to make it a little bit more difficult. You have to hang around a little bit longer trying to reveal it. The enemies don't really do anything different here, though. They're still throwing what look like rolling pins at you for some reason. And they still like to throw grenades, and they still like to shoot at you in the same formation they had last time. Hey, it's a rolling pin guy. Speak of the devil. Alright, that wall's down. What's next? I'm doing my commentary in post here because you absolutely do not want to hear my live commentary for this. I pretty much coughed and hacked my way through this playthrough. Wasn't a good listen, really. Moving on. This turret's kind of a pain to hit, and I almost took a bullet there because you can't shoot it at the top of your jump, and you can't shoot it standing straight up. You have to kind of jump and nail it like halfway down. I'll take the bionic, even though it's pretty much useless for me here. I don't know why I keep hitting the electrical barrier every time I enter the screen. I keep holding up for some reason as soon as I hit the screen, which isn't good because it leaves me vulnerable for a second, and that's the second I could be getting a shot out or not being there when a bullet's coming my way. This one's really, really easy. Like, parts of this level is actually not that bad at all because they put the gun turrets like right there where you can shoot it. Get rid of them real quick, and there's only like one there at a time. And this is the exact same room as the final room from level 2. Not a problem at this point. Just gotta watch out for the grenades. They don't land too close, but if you stand right where I'm standing, ooh, except for that grenade, I had to jump over that machine gun because we do not want to lose our gun. I made it. I was a little bit hairy at points. Okay, we got all those red guys will shoot bullets. We want to get rid of them quickly. These guys just kind of flap their wings and fly down to you and are very vulnerable about it. They're kind of pathetic, actually. This guy's not that bad with the spread, but you need to watch what you're doing. His bubble bullet things will actually get through your spread sometimes. I think one actually does coming up here, and I have to dodge it, but yeah, right there. Took one out. I was trying to get them both at the same time, but didn't work out. And it doesn't matter because he's dead anyway. Long as the job is done. Alright, so now it's going to start getting a little bit tricky. The next 3 levels are the ones I'm typically worried about if I'm trying to actually not die. I've never really actually tried to do a no-death run prior to this. Well, I made a few attempts before I started this, and I failed miserably. We won't talk about them. But I've done no continued deaths. That's easy to do. Like, I don't even have to think about it. Not really used the Konami code since I was a kid. Again, just I have a lot of familiarity with the game at this point. And the game's actually pretty good about giving you extra lives. You'll see when this is over, I end up with a whole bunch of extra lives. I think I just got one. Avoid the grenades, which isn't that hard. You can touch the actual grenade, you just can't touch the explosion. There's a bomb item here that will kill everything that's on screen, which I'll grab in a second. Right there. Gotta get the scuba dude before I can move on, because everything dies. There's a sniper over here too. Yep, he's gone. Now for an enemy that's either incredibly easy or incredibly difficult, depending on what kind of gun you got going on. I'm going to be able to kill this thing pretty quickly, but you essentially have a time limit to kill this thing with, and if you do not do it quick enough, he'll crush you. Trying to do it with a rifle with no turbo is incredibly painful. I don't recommend it. I think I might have done it before, I can't remember, but I try not to do it. Typically I fail at it because I've never really been good at button mashing. My arm just can't do it. Alright, that's the last truck. We got a gunner guy there that's gonna try to trip me up, but he failed. Some more grenades. Take the lower pass so we can avoid him. I'm not grabbing that laser. I actually don't hate the laser weapon as much as I think a lot of other people do, but it's vastly inferior compared to the spread. It's not really good. It's decent in the third-person stages, because it can kill a gun turret in like one shot. Yeah, he doesn't last very long. He's a pretty forgettable boss. Especially with the spread. Now it's gonna get a little bit painful, possibly. I come real close to dying here a couple times through this section because I forget where all the gunners are at, and I got right there, right there, and right there. I hate those gunner guys because when you duck and try to kill them, grunts love to show up behind you, shooting bullets. And what will happen is their bullets will sometimes fly over you, so you can't move. And by the time you do get a chance to move, you can't do anything about the fact that they're running up on you at that point, and they'll hit you with their body and kill you. This section I really don't think is that bad. I've done it enough that it's pretty much just avoid lasers. Now, this can be tricky. I want that bionic. I need to get both these lasers firing off at the same time. Drop down, jump up there, drop back down, got the bionic. I can now run all the way to the boss without losing my bionic, but I have to move. You can't hesitate for anything, you gotta keep moving. And along the way, of course, I have to make sure I kill all those gunners. I got some guy trying to follow me. He didn't get anywhere. Okay, level's done. Now I just gotta kill a boss. And boss can trip you up a little bit sometimes because he will sometimes surprise you with a spinning that thing, like a razor disc. He doesn't last very long though, thanks to the rapid fire spread. Now this is the level I was dreading. The level I was really, really dreading. This is the final level to me because level 8's really not that bad, I don't think. It's not even necessarily the claws that I'm worried about. Okay, we don't want that fire. I'm gonna take out that guy, so we're gonna stop for a second, destroy that. I think I take the upper path, don't I, or no? No, I decided to live dangerously and take the lower path. Get rid of that guy behind me. Take out these walls, which is no problem. There's another bionic coming up here that we're going to want to grab. I think it's after this part. I'm being very, very careful through here. Yeah, there's the bionic right over there. I'm being very, very careful because I realize at this point that I've gotten this far without dying and I don't want to mess it up. So you're going to see me hesitate a little bit more than I normally would. I want that cart because I want to take the upper path here. There's two paths you can take. Jumped over that bullet because I didn't know when my bionic was going to run out. I'm not sure how the lower path works. There's claws down there that move at different speeds compared to how the other ones move. And I'm not sure how to get around them. I think I never take that path for some reason. Alright, carefully drop down. This part's not that bad. It's a very easy rhythm there. Wall goes down quick. Now you gotta watch out for all these gunners. The guys coming up behind you. And I swear these gunners shoot a little bit quicker when you first come on screen compared to the other ones that we were running into earlier. This is the hard part. I have to take out those turrets before I can move on, but I got lucky there. I killed that one quick. The faster you get rid of them, the better. And now that they're gone, no enemies show up. The boss is easy to finish off at that point. That's a lot harder to do without the spread. In all honesty, the laser might have actually been kind of alright for that point, but not worth the risk. Okay, now we got these little alien shrimp. I think maybe they're supposed to be fetuses, I'm not sure, but when I was a kid, they were little alien shrimp to me. This guy's kind of pitiful. Can't do anything to you with that gun. We're gonna kill every single eyeball we come across, which I would do whether this was an everything dies run or not, because I don't like leaving their projectiles around. The projectiles, if you leave them alone, they're very unpredictable with how they fly around. They can creep up on you. They remind me a lot of the bubbles from the boss on level 4, but they work differently. Just don't like leaving them around. I should have probably taken the top path there. I don't know why I went down. It's going to lead to me having to do some pretty big jumps. But I made it. We're almost to the boss. In fact, there's some alien spiders coming my way from the boss. We got one last eyeball here, and then after that we can make our way to the boss and finish that thing off. Now, to make this trickier, I have to kill 3 of the spider pods. I gotta get the 2 on the bottom, I gotta get the 1 on the top. I don't know how I didn't die there. That was lucky. I gotta get the 1 on the top left. I could kill the 1 on the top right, I think, with the spread, but it would take me forever. I can only hit it with 1 bullet. And at this point, I was kind of like, is it really worth it to make you sit here and watch me slowly pew 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 that alien pod to death? Probably take me like 5 minutes. And there you go. You have to watch, because after you kill the heart, that last pod can actually drop a spider down on you after you kill the heart, and it'll kill you. I actually had that happen to me on one of my earlier attempts. I was not particularly thrilled about it. Alright, so well, you're going to see some overscanning here with the credits. Congratulations! You've destroyed the vile Red Falcon and saved the universe. Consider yourself a hero. I do every day, thank you. Alright, so that really wasn't that bad. Yeah, probably one of my favorite NES games, if not my favorite, just because of how often I return to it. There is another... I don't really know if I want to call it a mode. I think it's slightly harder if you continue after the credits here. The game kind of just keeps looping and looping and looping until you get bored and stop. I remember when I was younger, I used to just sometimes be really bored and just sit here and do loops of this game over and over again. So I'm not going to be doing another loop of it, but it's something you could do if you really want to. I'll probably do Super C coming up here at some point. It's not going to be a no-death run. I'm not as good as Super C as I am regular Contra. It will be a no-continue run, I can do that, but I don't have the time really, or the patience to go through that enough and try and do a no-death run. I just was in the mood for it, because apparently when I feel like crap, I want to do very difficult NES games. But yeah, that was Contra. Thanks for watching, I appreciate it. If you enjoyed this, feel free to like and subscribe, and if you don't want to like and subscribe, that's awesome too. But I do appreciate it if you do, so feel free. Anyway, have a good one. I'll be back with something else at some point.